Hey everybody, so I thought it might be cool to talk about some of the common kind of practice areas that are worth looking at, you know, as a student of the bass. And a lot of my students, is one of the things they generally struggle with. It's just knowledge of the fingerboard, you know, and ways to really kind of get around that and learning all the basics, like, you know, obviously the modes, scales, arpeggios, getting comfortable with those on your chosen instrument. So I'm going to be doing a PDF book on this as well, and you should check that out. It'll be on my website, and I'll probably post a link here too. But one of the things you've got to get into is really learning the instrument from the lowest to the highest note available to you, whether you play a 4, 5, 6, 7 string, whatever bass, you know. So if we just take something very simple, like let's do like an F major scale. So it's not enough just to do it over one octave and play, you know, if you do F major here, open string, this bottom position, you could do that. But obviously you could play here, here, but there's plenty of other ways to play it. So the way to do it that worked for me, and you might find it helpful, is to really think about seeing this all over the instrument. So in other words, first of all, take one consistent fingering. So the typical major scale fingering, 2-4, 1-2-4, 1-3-4. Okay. Now we could do that here with a modification for the open string, right? So instead of going 2-4, I'll probably use 1-4 here as such a big stretch, and that's totally fine in the bottom position. But once you get up to here and not using open strings, try and use a one finger per fret thing as a general rule. Now, if you're playing a long repetitive vamp, I'll play in closed position, for example, like if it's a root fifth pattern like that. But generally for playing lines, like especially on solos, melodic lines, which have maybe some chromatic passing notes and so on, I'm generally trying to use at least one finger per fret, and sometimes extended fingering in the higher region of the neck. So if we take that F major scale and play it here, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, right? Then here, fingering is identical. Hey guys, also quick announcement, if it's the first week of December, I am offering a few more days of my 5 video bundle for another $10 off. So it's kind of like a Cyber Monday extended sale. That's on my website, and I'll put a little screenshot up of the video bundle right there. Okay, so if you want to support the channel, it's a good way to do it. Okay, on with the video. Now, on a jazz type bass, most of these stop at a high E flat or D sharp here, right? So what I'll do is play, that's as high as I can get. So I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes of the F major scale. F, G, A, B flat, C, D. Now, I would also learn that type of fingering where what I did was started the root on my pinky or fourth finger. So look, I'm going to translate that here where I can play a full octave, but pay attention. So check it out. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. I'll move the bass this way, you can see it better. Okay, so look, F, G, A, B flat. Now watch this. C, now I pivot back with my fourth, D, E, F. So I actually move back down the neck 1 fret, but I'm going up in pitch. I'm going to a higher string, just like I did with the chromatic scale things I showed you in the last lesson. So you're going to go back a fret, but you're going up in pitch. Up a string, back a fret. Look, F, G, A, B flat, C, pivot to the D with a fourth, E, F. Yeah. Now, we can do that with this modification up here, because obviously we can't get any further, but it's useful there. Now I start to translate that to all the other major scales I could find on the instrument. So do this in all keys, you're going to find 2 different fingerings. Look at this. F major this way, starting on the 2nd. F major starting on the 4th. Yeah. Now you should do that in all keys. So let's say you go through the cycle of fourths, upper 4th from F, B flat major. Do it down here as well. Now, obviously the alternate fingering doesn't work so well here, because if we're here, it doesn't make any sense. But where it does make sense, use it. So here we can go 4th finger. Look at that, see? I used the pivot here, 1st to 4th, up. Here. Yeah? Same thing here. Now, if I want to complete the octave, I'll shift. But I'd probably shift like this. Look at this. Now, as a general rule, when you're shifting up and down the neck, it's a general rule. Fourth finger to slide up, first to slide down. But sometimes I use the first finger in both directions. If I'm playing sometimes half-whole diminished scale lines over a dominant chord, for example, or even some melodic minor bass lines, where I might play 4 consecutive notes on one string, I'll often use the first finger to slide. So let's say I was playing over a G7 and I wanted to play a like that. If you notice, I'm going 1, 1. That's first finger up and down. But I don't use the fourth finger to slide down ever, I would say. So fourth finger to slide up, first down is generally a good one. I did a couple of videos on my website about this. Fingerboard Mastery Volume 1 and 2, if you're interested. That's based really around just using the major scales to help you, and intervals based off the major scale. And I go through some of this shifting in depth. It's kind of a good thing to get used to, but just as a general tip for this video, it's really useful, you know. So fourth finger to slide up, first to slide down generally. All right, so we're looking at 2 different fingerings on the major scale now, right? And like I said, you can't always complete the full octave in one position, but that doesn't matter. You're still just getting to see the fingerboard different ways. So if I'm playing B flat major here, so B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, right? And then this way, I'm at least starting to see the notes in a different way on the bass. They're still the same pitches, all right? It's really useful to do this. You should do this everywhere. You can play here, here, here. Now, if I want to slide, notice I slide up with the fourth, coming back down with the first. Interestingly, it's the same note I'm sliding into, but it's in a different location depending on the direction. Look, I slide up into the F, and I slide down into the F, but they're on different strings, right? Because we're going up and then down, yeah? So it makes sense to do that. And I could just have to kind of MacGyver that a bit, because third finger there, because I can't really get my fourth finger up to that. So when you're in the very extremes of the fingerboard, especially the top of the bass, you may have to modify fingering as well there. So you can see already we're starting to look at, oh, B flat here, here, here. And we can play all of these variations through all of the keys. Just get that going to begin with if you're new to this. It'll really help you. And of course you can apply this to modes of the melodic minor, the harmonic minor, harmonic major scale as well. Anyway, hopefully that's a help, and don't forget to support the channel. Check out my website, rufusphilpot.com. You can do the buy me a coffee link in the description below, and you can always hit me up via my website for individual Skype lessons. I've got some spaces at the moment. All right, okay, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.